Workout started. Study 36 minutes. Go.
Okay. Bluetooth on. And should be, yep. I've got my heartbeat. So 36 minutes, go. That is the word. Go is the word. And the snow is a little slushy today, not crisp and icy like it has been for the last 4 or 5 days. I might venture out tomorrow on my e-bike, as I have about 10 days worth of empties to take back. The bike's already loaded, but I haven't dared ride it just yet. All the snowmen are melting. I have a different guy along with me today, an Englishman. Change of voice, change of weather. So this is going to be a real time 36er. There's still a bit of slippery sidewalk here. This guy never clears his sidewalk in front of his house. Yeah, I don't think I'll be going out today on the bike. Just get my 36 minutes. I think I'll run in the road just to make it a little clearer. There are no cars moving around at the moment. Just as I say that, I hear one behind me. I have my point and shoot today, so I should be able to take some pretty nice pictures of my run. But I won't start until I get to the more scenic spots. This will be a return to Arbutus Mount. I measured it yesterday at around 5 kilometers round trip. And 5/8 of 40, as you probably know. And that would mean that if I can keep a slightly better than 8-minute pace, I will be home in under 40 minutes. We'll see how slow I am on the hills. So far, so good. As I get to one of these slightly icy corners of sidewalk. Yep. I wouldn't want to hit a patch like that on 2 wheels. Bad enough on 2 legs. I see a cyclist up ahead. Hello. How is it for cycling today?
Well, I'm just staying on these roads, not doing anything.
No, but when you hit something like this, it must always be a little bit alarming, eh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Stay on the dark stuff.
Yeah.
Good luck. The dark stuff being the blacktop or the clear sidewalk. He looked about my age, that man. Guess he likes cycling. I prefer running to cycling, hands down. But for somebody without a car, my e-bike is my transportation if I have to carry anything. So majestic drive. I cross safely. I'm going to take a slightly different route today. I wanted to use pretty much the most direct route I could find. There's a laneway at the 1 kilometer mark, which I will take. So far, my friend hasn't been saying very much. Be interested to see what I have him set for. I think it might just be the kilometers and the pace. We'll see. Oh, I feel the warmth from the sun. My goodness. Unfamiliar feeling. Just coming up on my 1. The first 7 or 8 minutes. Probably more like 8 plus, because I stopped to chat with that guy. Okay, that's good. As I take the laneway. Which has reduced me to a nervous walk. Oops. One of the dangers these days is slipping and landing in the yellow snow, if you know what I mean. All the stuff starts to reappear as the snow melts. Oops. I started running a little too soon there. Yeah, this is a cul-de-sac like our road, my road. So there's less traffic, less cars cutting up the ruts and allowing them to melt a little quicker. This lane leads to the cul-de-sac, which leads to Robin Wood. And then I'll take a little bit of Shelbourne Street and then head into the park. So by now the opening music has ended. That ended just after I was talking to that guy. That was around the 5. And I'm now up to about 8.5 minutes. Heading up once again towards Shelbourne. Zone 3. It's funny how Samantha, the girl that I used to run with, I used to be able to pick up what she said. However quiet, I had her set on because I was tuned to her voice. This new guy, Nigel, I think his name is, no relation. Nigel is less familiar to me, so sometimes I don't catch what he says. Zone 3. Hello. An unsolicited hi. It's probably a zone 4. But the car blocked the sound. Thank you. That Dodge Ram stopped for me way before the crosswalk. He knew what my intention was, and he anticipated the stop. Hello. Hello, doggy. Hi. Talk to the little chap. Alright, now this is a hurdle. This gets me at hip height, and it is a tree across the path that I had to straddle. So these trails are nice. They're partly black, where people have walked on the soft slush, and partly soft slush. I'm hoping by tomorrow that all the soft slush has gone. This is going to be such a short outing for me. I really am careful not to go overboard with my hours. It's so easy to turn an average workout into a 3-hour hike. An average workout being about an hour and 15 of running. I'm now on Irvine going up. This next pace guideline will be quite useful for me because I'm about almost 800 meters from my turnaround point. I'm going to be taking out my point and shoot in a second as I start to remove the gloves. The gloves come off. Sounds a bit like hockey jargon. And when the hockey guys get into a fight, they drop the gloves and it's bare knuckles. Alright, so this is getting a little bit interesting. Let me get out the camera and I can take some footage. Hi. Where's your dog?
I am the dog.
You are the dog. Is there any frozen ice or is it just slush like this?
Slush like this, yeah.
Good. By tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be back to...
That would be nice.
It would be nice.
Can't go up on any of the high slopes because it's too slippery.
Well, I'm just going up to that little arbutus bump over there, and I'm heading back.
Yeah. Enjoy.
Have a good hike. I am the dog. Alright, so this was unexpected. You see, this is my normal route, but I have to get over this thing. But I've got the voice recorder in one hand and my camera in the other. Alright, so now it's just the salal bushes for a few more meters, and then I'll be in the clear. Yep, it's leveling off here as well. This is what I call Irvine Calders. So I'm now on Norn, heading to my soon-to-be-arrived destination. Oh wow, Wi-Fi out here. That's interesting. Never knew that.
Average heart rate 140. Workout average pace 8 minutes 27 kilometers.
8:20. Okay, so I'm a little behind the pace. I should be able to make that up on the way back. I didn't anticipate having to stop twice to chat. But that is the nature of the beast. Talking of the beast, where that little piece of tree is sticking out, that is where I turn onto the beast. It's a little bump where there is a grove of arbutus trees, baby arbutus, and a few older Douglas fir, as you can see. Well, if you were watching the video, you could see. But once again, the video will be the trailer for today's episode that was titled for me by the man. I am the dog, he said. And that is the name I shall give this episode. I am the dog. I haven't heard halfway to my goal yet, but that will happen very soon. It's hard to see where the trail is here because of the snow. The more worn trails are less visible. Yep, this is definitely the way to go. And there have been people up here. But here I have a choice to scramble or turn back. I'll turn back and take the more open version of this trail. Meanwhile, giving you guys a chance to, oops. All right. So this is Arbutus Mount. I'm not sure if the first little bit of footage stopped because I pressed the button by mistake, or whether the card is full. I don't think the card is full. Didn't record that much video. But I have my, as you can see, my voice recorder with me. And you could also, if you're watching the video, notice that I have no gloves on. Okay, now this is turning into quite a photographer's paradise now. I have the trees, I have the distant Harrow Straits, I have the Gulf Island of San Juan to look at. In a second I'm going to stop and take a couple of still pictures once I get a good vantage point. I think this is good. Alright, let me just zoom in to where I'm going to be taking this distant shot. Way over there. That would be probably one of the Gulf Islands, Canadian or American, not sure. The one with the snowy cliff. So, I've stopped recording video, and now I'm going to set up a 10-second timer and take a picture of myself with the backdrop. 10 seconds should be long enough for me to position the camera and to stand in front of it. Yep, it's on the 10-second delay. Now I find a spot on the rock round about here. So I am the dog. It's blinking. And there you go, picture taken. And I'm now going to take another shot, this time without the zoom on full, because I'm not sure what I took a picture of just then. Sorry about the delay. Ugh. How come it won't do this for me now? Nope. Yeah, forget it. I'll just have to hand hold it. And one more for luck. Okay, so now I head back. Without falling, hopefully. Trying to snake my way back the way I came. Yep. Once I've got the camera away, I'll be able to move a little quicker. And once I've got my gloves on, I'll be a little more cozy. So, I'm surprised I missed my halfway message, but that could easily have been Nigel's unfamiliar voice. Now I'm skating a little bit, doing a little bit of shoe skiing, as I say, as I call it. Yep, I want to get back to the level as soon as I can, as I wiggle on my right glove. Yep. Step over a couple of victims of the snow. Unfortunately, those two bits of arbutus have fallen off the mother plant. But they looked kind of rotten, so maybe it's nature's way of pruning the dead wood. Alright. Very soon I'll be in full action mode, running again, listening out for my next pace split. Average pace split. That might have been a zone 3. The old white knuckle runner syndrome. Fear tends to raise the heart rate. Fear, excitement, and what's the other one? Effort, of course, effort. That is what raises the heart rate. Plus, sickness. If you were sick, your heart rate would be higher than if you were not sick. Getting back to Irvine Corners here. I'll take a slightly different route so I don't have to climb over. Hello. Hi, doggy. Hello. Happy dogs don't bite.
No, good for that.
Oh, man. I took an easier option and ended up having to crawl under a fallen tree. That was from trying to avoid climbing over a fallen tree. So now this is probably Irvine proper. The trails get kind of confusing here because there's 3 or 4 that converge in one spot. Yep, this one's going to take me exactly where I want to go. I'll be crossing Cordova Bay Road in a second. You can probably hear it in the distance. And then I'll be going past the mushroom colony along Douglas Creek Trail back to Majestic Park, where I will be able to pick up a little bit more velocity. So quite a few trees fell victim to the storm of 2019. For a minute there, I forgot what decade we were in. All right, back to the tree that I took a picture of the other day that had fallen. So I have to remember the title. I Am the Dog. That is the one. So Whitaker beside the road here. Not too close, but compared to the silence of the mountain, this is a cacophony of sound. Hopefully I'll hear the 36, the workout finished message as I approach a group of hikers. Hello.
I admire that because that's not warm.
2 women in the front and 6 behind. Hello.
Lisa can't shovel.
Hi.
And the people who live in Duncan are coming back on Thursday.
They're all talking about their shoveling experiences. Any second now I turn down. Across the street, past the colony, and back onto the suburban neighbourhood. Well, I hope today's episode has been entertaining for you. All I need to do now is find my outro music. Not just yet. What I'll do is I'll stop at the mushroom colony, take another picture, and then check my stats of this real time. It will be easy to spot how long I've recorded, because I have stopped neither device since I set out.
Time 31 minutes 32 seconds. Average heart rate 130. Workout average pace 10 minutes 30 seconds per kilometer.
So that's probably 4K done. And here we go. This is the mushroom colony. I wonder if this is the I am the dog guy again. Could well be. "32 minutes recorded." As I select the camera mode with my nose. Hi. Do you remember when there was a mushroom colony on there?
I didn't.
No, there was all these yellow mushrooms all the way along there. And I guess the snow got them. Or maybe a dog ate them, who knows?
Probably a snow.
Probably the snow. Okay. Bye-bye. Hi there. Hi, dog. As I put my glove back on. One thing I found out, excuse me, about using the Relive app is that if I'm patient enough to upload the pictures that I took, provided they are time stamped, they don't have to be geotagged, as long as they're time stamped, then the Relive program can place them on the map from the time they were taken. I know if you take it with your phone, it could easily be the GPS location or the time location. The only thing that's important is that your whatever device you have taken the picture with is set to the right time. Because I noticed that when you upload to the program, it says pictures taken during the event. So it's obviously using criteria for which pictures it will include. And once that timestamp is recorded by the Relive program, they can place it where they see fit. So 32 when I stopped. I have to get past a woman with a cane. Runner behind you. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you. Is that your dog?
It is.
Okay. Hello, doggy. Hi there. The poodle. The small black poodle as I run through the tree graveyard, knowing that I'm in the last 3 minutes of my run. At least my recorded run. Hello, dog. Hello. Hi, doggy. Hello. That dog came charging up towards me. It looked like a ridgeback, a Rhodesian ridgeback. I stopped running just so the dog didn't think I was being or behaving aggressively. See, I didn't understand a word of that. As I run past the weir. That will be raging from all the melt water that has ended up in the storm drains. That will be equivalent to 3 days of rain running off as the snow melts. Oh yeah, there's quite a puddle there. I'm going to have one more look at the running app. Not too sure what that last message was. It should be around the 36. Give me a second to find out. Yeah. So that's it. I'm done. Bye-bye.